Good afternoon and welcome to Newswatch. I'm Ella Liu. Today we will take a look at the Salvation Army Student Fellowship Music and Arts Trip, the Worship Arts Album, and a senior recital here at Asbury. We'll also have your local sports and weather updates. The Salvation Army Student Fellowship at Asbury University organizes a music and arts ministry trip every semester. Last weekend the group traveled to Atlanta. Sevasti Levenioti has more.
The Salvation Army Student Fellowship at Asbury University organizes a music and arts ministry trip every semester, bringing together students passionate about worship, service, and the arts.
The SASF provides the students an outlet for their gifts and talents through music, through drama, through timbrels, through singing, and it gives them an opportunity to express their faith and their love for Jesus through the gifts that He has given them.
This semester, 34 college students, 5 high schoolers, and 9 members of the community traveled to Atlanta, Georgia from March 7th to the 9th.
The group takes really nice trips every year. So, for instance, right now we're in Atlanta, not at Asbury. So that's always an incentive for people to join and take part.
This trip gives students, especially freshmen, a chance to get involved in the Asbury and SSF community while gaining hands-on experience in ministry and service.
My first ministry trip with the SASF has taught me to lean on the Lord wholeheartedly. I think people should join the music and arts program because it's a great community, first and foremost. We're a fellowship, we lift each other up, and we help each other grow. I'm glad that I came, and I'm glad that I got to experience the city as well as the different Salvation Armies around in the ministry.
The Music and Arts Ministry trip gives students the opportunity to develop their faith, leadership skills, and a sense of community while using their talents to serve others.
I think students should join just for the mere fellowship and fun that we do have, but also so that they can become part of learning how to become a leader, how to give their testimony, how to read scripture, how to lead songs, but mostly just for the fellowship and the way that God grows the group as we travel together.
For students interested in getting involved, they can email Major Paul or Alma Kane or visit the Salvation Army Student Center at Asbury University. From Wilmore, Sevasti Levenioti with Newswatch.
Asbury Worship Collective hosted their annual live recording concert this past weekend on campus. Reporter Rebecca Yount gives us more.
Asbury Worship Collective at large is all the different bands that we see in chapel, in different places. Our big thing that we get to do as the Asbury Worship Collective is album each year.
Asbury Worship Collective hosted their live recording performance at Asbury's CLC Auditorium on March 7th and 8th. Students, staff, faculty, and community members were all invited to attend.
I came tonight because as I have started serving here on staff this semester, I've just learned that there's a lot of wonderful students that are so gifted, and then just to be a part of the worship service in order to encourage and support, but also to experience and worship.
We got a pretty good team that helps sell stuff over here. It's been really fun getting to work with everybody, and then being able to listen to the album band has been a really good time, and then getting to see their work get displayed in front of everybody here.
With a total of 8 band members, original songs are created around scripture passages that the team highlights throughout the previous year. When production time comes around, each annual album reflects a main theme. The theme this year is Before the Throne.
It all kept coming back to we just have to give praise, we just have to surrender. And a big question that we kept asking ourselves is what position are you taking before the throne? How are you approaching the throne?
The band plans to release their new album later this year. I'm Rebecca Yount, and this is Newswatch.
As always, it's a busy week for Asbury sports. JP Pantoja is here with more. JP?
Thanks, Ella. The women's softball team won both games against Wilmington College this Tuesday with a score of 10-5 and 10-6. Freshman Maura Tinsley hit her first 2 college home runs, and senior Kaylee Strunk pitched a complete game, allowing 4 earned runs. The men's baseball team lost to Center College 14-7 on Tuesday. Graduate Caden Dougal hit his first home run of the season, now has 22 career runs, and Reis Ballard added a leadoff single. The Eagles, now 3-6 overall this season, start conference play Thursday against LaGrange College. For swimming, freshman Ethan Bono became the first Asbury student athlete to qualify for an NCAA national championship. Bono will compete in the 50 and 100 freestyle and the 100 butterfly at the NCAA Division III Championship from March 19th to 22nd in Greensboro, North Carolina. The men's and women's track and field team are headed to the NCAA D3 National Championship. The event will take place on March 14 to 15 in Rochester, New York. A new season for tennis has begun. Reporter Kourtney Kawata has more.
Okay, when you start to see one of these matches have come to an end, grab someone, and if
Last Friday, March 7th, the Eagles traveled to Jackson, Mississippi to compete in their first CCS match against Belhaven University. They also competed against Millsaps College just 15 minutes down the road.
Team overall did really, really well. I'm really proud of all of the girls and their hard work. I think we were able to overcome, especially in the beginning of the season, based on our teamwork and just our support in the way that we were just encouraging each other on the courts. We fought really, really hard, and I'm just proud of the way that we turned out on the court.
After winning all 3 doubles, the Lady Eagles swept singles as well to end up with a score of 7-0. The women's team returns to the spring season with all returning members from last school year and 2 newcomers, a transferred junior and a freshman. After winning second doubles and losing courts 1 and 3, the men's team lost all 6 singles matches, ending with a score of 8-1.
And we had a great match today. Even though we lost, we played well. A good start to the season, and we'll beat them next time.
The men's team returns to the spring season with 3 freshmen. 1 freshman, Nacho Murillo, from Costa Rica, brand new to Asbury this semester.
The match was good. I think I played good. I won the first day and lost the second one. On the match tiebreak, I have 3 match points, but at the end, I didn't win it. I'm still satisfied with what I do in the match.
Both tennis teams will have a total of 15 matches to complete their spring season, with their final match against Transylvania University ending on April 20th. Next up, the men's team will travel to Center College on March 6th to compete against Center, and the Lady Eagles will travel to North Carolina on March 8th to compete against Brevard College.
Next week starts spring break for Asbury. Many students are attending different Asbury trips. Reporter Courtney Kawata reports to tell us more. Courtney?
Thanks, Ella. As many students prepare for spring break with their families, other students prepare to go on Asbury-related trips. The Center Point Retreat will be hosting 2 trips in Doe River, Hampton, Tennessee from March 15th to 19th and March 19th to 22nd. Asbury Salvation Army Center will travel to Camden, New Jersey for a week-long mission trip. Cheyenne Oxley of the Salvation Army Center will lead this trip. The women's, men's, and tennis team will leave tomorrow for the annual PTR Spring Tennis Fest in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. The women's team will play 4 matches during the tournament, while the men's will play 3. That's all I have for you. Back to you, Ella.
Thanks, Courtney. Student recitals provide an opportunity for students to showcase the hard work they've put in throughout their time at Asbury. I had the chance to attend senior Josie Pruitt's recital. Let's take a closer look at her performance. The sound of a single voice flowing effortlessly throughout Jameson Recital Hall is gently accompanied by piano. But this isn't just any concert. It's senior Asbury student Josie Pruitt's voice recital, entitled Quiet Before Flight.
It feels scary, of course, because it's like everyone's eyes are on you. But for me in my heart, it feels right.
Josie's program features a range of pieces from different styles and genres, each song carefully chosen to reflect her journey both in music and in life.
I wanted to take the opportunity to show my life. All of these songs have bits and pieces of me in it.
Part of the beauty of a recital is the student choice, in my opinion. And so she was able to really choose all of these pieces, and she decided that all of them were going to mean something and tell a story, an overarching story, which isn't required, but it does make it really special when it does happen.
For Josie, a senior recital is more than just checking something off her to-do list. It's a milestone accompanied by a mix of excitement and nervousness. It's a last opportunity to share years of passion and dedication with family and friends.
It really is the chance to be like, hey world, this is who I actually am.
The final curtain as a student may be marked by her senior recital, but for Josie Pruitt, quiet before flight may be the quietest moment before the biggest leap of her life. In Wilmore, Ella Case, Newswatch. Asbury Newswatch forecaster Becca Yount has the latest in this week's weather. Becca?
Thanks, Ella. This week we have tasted a hint of spring in the air. Today there's a slight chance of rain, but it's expected to be partly cloudy with a high of 73 and a low of 50. Tonight will be partly cloudy, around 64 degrees. Tomorrow will be much the same with a high of 77 and a low of 54. Be prepared for Saturday. We are expecting thunderstorms to roll in with a high of 74 and a low of 57. Starting the week off, Sunday will also be calling for thunderstorms with a high of 60 and a low of 50 degrees. Then on Monday, we will dive back into some cooler temps for a day, and it will be partly cloudy with a high of 53 and a low of 37. Tuesday will welcome back some warmer weather, being partly cloudy, with a high of 67 and a low of 41. That's all the weather updates I have for you. Back to you, Ella.
Thanks, Rebecca. It's the first time in 4 months that inflation has slowed, but many economists warn that news could be short-lived. In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan explains what these numbers all mean for your wallet.
Inflation fell for the first time in months, according to a federal report released Wednesday. The Consumer Price Index measures price changes for a variety of goods and services.
This month was really the first progress we'd seen toward moving inflation down closer to that 2%.
Greg McBride with Bankrate says the Federal Reserve wants to see inflation closer to 2% before dropping interest rates. And according to this latest report, inflation is at 2.8% for 12 months ending in February. But McBride warns this good news could be short-lived.
With tariffs looming, that adds an upside risk to inflation in the months ahead.
President Donald Trump announced tariffs on imports from 3 of America's largest trade partners, China, Canada, and Mexico, as well as 25% taxes on all steel and aluminum imports. And Wednesday, Canada announcing retaliatory tariffs of 25% on billions of dollars worth of American goods.
It's not just the imported items that are susceptible to price increases. Domestic producers, if they're facing less price competition from foreign competitors, they're likely to boost their prices too.
All of this comes as the cost of living is already high for many Americans. And this latest report shows shelter prices, which measures housing costs, went up 0.3% last month.
The pressure on household budgets has been really unrelenting.
Overall, food prices went up 0.2%. Egg prices shot up 10.4% in February, the biggest jump. Prices also up for beef and meats, poultry, fish, as well as cereal and bakery products. The good news is gas prices dipped 1% last month. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Well, that is all that we have for you today. Thank you so much for trusting us with your weekly news. We'll see you soon, Asbury.